is.
Oh!
There it is.
Oh, good Lord.
You are innocent personified, and I will drag you down and sell you out. December snow. I have carved out this soul made of stone, and I will drag you down and sell you out. Embrace my darkness, sun is in the night. It's circled by demons, I find now that I've betrayed everyone I've ever loved, push them all away, and gonna be a slave to the Judas in my mind. Is there something left for me to say in the wreckage of my life? My life, I declare, I declare, I declare it. I declare, I declare, I declare it. Say, Judas in my heart. I declare, I declare, I declare it. Judas in my mind. I want it back.
This man is set for Owen Paul, approaching the ring from Essex, England, weighing 231 pounds, the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay!
Just 24 hours ago, Will Ospreay competing at the Revolution Pro 11th anniversary event, and then when he was addressing the crowd, a masked man hit the ring, harkening back to the original All In. That night in 2018, it was Chris Jericho attacking Kenny Omega. Last night, it was Jericho getting one over on Will Ospreay, making him feel the Judas effect.
Jericho repeating history. The inaugural AEW champion. He has done it all. He's knelt at the altar of sports entertainment, taking communion.
And Tony Schiavone has tagged out. The human suplex machine Taz has tagged in, and a big fight feel for this one.
Absolutely, it definitely is. Fired up to see these two tremendous athletes lock horns, and we're fixing to get it in just a few seconds.
You see the human pustule Don Callis in the corner of Will Ospreay.
Ospreay, the leader of the United Empire, wearing the red, white, and blue of the Union Jack.
Harnovo tie up. Side headlock taken by Jericho. Jericho sent in. Shoulder tackle. Ospreay springs up to his feet.
And you see that tremendous athleticism on that kip up by Ospreay.
The agility of Will Ospreay is almost second to none. Oh!
Well, both these men are heavy hitters. I've shared a ring with Jericho, never Ospreay. I can tell you, Jericho's got heavy hands, I promise.
Reversal there. Swing and a miss by Jericho. Oh, Ospreay coming in hot with the drop kick.
Nicely done by Will.
And now Ospreay.
You see the sense of urgency.
Whoa, way up there. And he's blind on this.
The Sky Twister pressed to the floor.
Well, I think Chris caught a needle ahead on that.
Ospreay just crushed Chris Jericho.
If we can take another look here, the landing from Ospreay was pretty incredible, but Ospreay's moving on. He's not concerned about a replay. He wants to end this one quickly.
The springboard to the something. Oh, what a shot there.
The elbow strike, the cover. Two-man. Will Ospreay goes by the moniker the Aerial Assassin, but he is Don Callis' assassin here tonight. He's looking for the hidden blade, but instead Jericho anticipated, able to counter out. Now the chop exchange.
You can never sell Chris Jericho short. He has proved time and time again he can still compete with the very best in the world.
Both men, same idea. Boot to face, both same effect. They get dropped.
Taz, earlier this year, Forbidden Door, Will Ospreay picked up the biggest victory of his AEW career. He defeated Kenny Omega to win the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship title. Ospreay now refers to as the IWGP UK Heavyweight Championship. But Don Callis was in that corner that night, and he's back in Ospreay's corner tonight.
Yeah, Don is dangerous. He's mischievous, dangerous. You've got to be careful for Chris. And these two now, I'm sorry, now sharing forearm shivers get me.
Callis said the only thing better than having Jericho and his family was being the man to end him. Will Ospreay be able to end the man who calls himself the Ocho here tonight? Taz, if you had to pick a winner, where's your money?
I wish you wouldn't ask me that, because I'm not an on-the-fence guy, but I'm going to have to lean towards Ospreay. I think he's got the home field advantage, the 12th man, as we call it. Even though Jericho's got a plethora more experience, I just think this is Ospreay's time. I think he wins this match.
Ospreay, the hammer throw, sends Jericho across the ring. Bandera elevates Ospreay. Oh, Ospreay came down hard. Maybe tweaks that knee, and Jericho caught him flush on the chin with the drop kick.
I'm not sure if Chris realized that he did tweak the knee. I spotted that also. I'm sure you did too, Nigel.
Jericho.
Certainly a veteran like Jericho.
Oh, the bam! Blind baseball dropkick, blind for Ospreay.
Looking like he owed him money. Oof. Shot. Chris knows. You see that grin on the face. He got opened up for the chop.
Yeah. Loves the taste of his own blood. Fires him up. Whoa!
Well, I can bet you Chris is trying to open up Ospreay's chest to return the favor of the seat, though.
Oh, Ospreay puts on the brakes, back elbow. Into the jaw of Jericho. Now
again.
Ospreay could be taking Sky Twister again. But no, Jericho hammering on the spine. Ospreay
fighting out of that attempt of a German suplex on that apron, which would definitely be a problem for Ospreay if he eats this. There it is.
Oh!
There it is.
Oh, good Lord.
Damn.
Taz, you suffered a lot with neck injuries in your career. You must wince when you saw that.
I did. I literally closed my eyes because I knew this German was a hit it mark. His mark, I could tell by the explosivity of the hips of Chris Jericho and how low they were. It was nasty.
And Ospreay, you could see
Trying to get that numbness out.
There was some numbness in that right hand. And Taz, that's why it's so great to have you on this broadcast, observing the launch, the trajectory that Chris Jericho sent Ospreay. You knew from the word go it was going to be a nightmare for Ospreay.
Yeah, I could tell, you know, as a suplex guy, you could tell where the hips are going to end up on the explosion of the hips, so you could see how the opponent's going to land, and you can see it was going to be bad for Ospreay.
And now, Ospreay struggling, delayed vertical suplex.
Working on that whole upper shoulder griddle back area. Jericho will be the proverbial shark in water. That's a classic cover by Chris.
Page out of the old Lionheart playbook. Chris Jericho with Will Ospreay against the ropes. Ospreay on the biggest stage of his career. A victory over Chris Jericho tonight would be a landmark, perhaps a career-defining victory for Will Ospreay, Taz.
Especially here. Nigel, you could speak to this. Being here, you know, basically in London, I'm saying. You know?
Oh, in London, but not just that. Wembley Stadium, the most iconic venue in all of England. We sing songs about it. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be.
Ospreay
You're
coming
going
back.
to Wembley.
The corkscrew kick, Taz, as he's back in this one.
That was phenomenal. That was excellent. What an athlete Ospreay is. Got to keep rolling it. Oof.
Manhattan drop. Ospreay again with the chop to the chest. Standing shooting star press. 1, 2, and...
Whoa. That was close. Super close.
Very close as Ospreay
trying to get that momentum going, get that adrenaline flowing.
Ospreay, one of the most durable competitors in professional wrestling today. But a German suplex, like we saw.
Oh! That wound, that chest is open. We know we saw a little blood on that pec area of Chris.
Boot to the jaw of Jericho. Oh, Jericho fires back. Is now perhaps another page out of the Lionheart playbook.
Way up there.
They'll try and get it quickly. Trying to stun Ospreay so he can hit the Hurricane Runner.
Exactly right.
Jericho.
Got it.
Now Jericho, the far leg hooked. And Ospreay able to kick out. Taz Jericho, he's had so many battles with luchadors throughout his career. Ultimo Dragon specifically came to mind when I saw that top rope hurricane.
Absolutely, and as you guys know, the amount of time that Jericho has spent in Mexico wrestling, you know, against some of the greatest luchadors in the world at a younger age. So yeah, I mean, he's got such a hybrid style, Jericho, for so many decades.
Jericho has faced every style, every competition you can in professional wrestling. Is what makes him such a dangerous competitor. And he was the first man to tell Will Ospreay, oh, slow it down, tone down your style.
Lion assault countered.
One step ahead of being a student of the game, Ospreay.
Ospreay now hanging Jericho out to dry on the top rope, knee strike. Jericho precariously perched.
That might not be the last knee strike, as Ospreay probably, maybe, springboard with a shin or knee to the head, possibly.
The aerial assassin takes flight, shooting star press.
I guess not.
The far leg hooked in.
Whoa! Went to another level on my thought.
That made Don Callis a very happy man.
Oh, watch that. I mean, just the athleticism of this man, Will Ospreay. Check this out. That is so difficult to do. The guy makes it look easy. He's a freak athlete, elite for sure, man.
Jericho looking for the Os Cutter. Or excuse me, Ospreay looking for the Os Cutter. Jericho had it scouted. Judas effect, code breaker.
So smart by Jericho. One step ahead of Ospreay there.
A reversal, the reversal.
Might get this.
A second code breaker. Jericho makes the cover.
Whoa!
That was a slow cover, Taz, to put it mildly.
It was a slow cover, but, you know, listen, you've talked about the resiliency of Ospreay, and I'll use the word battle-tested. That's what Ospreay is, and he's getting tested right now by one of the greatest ever.
Nigel, Ospreay felt the sting of the Judas effect last night. Will that be the story here? No! Oh! The hook kick coming around the corner. And Os Cutter!
That'll do it! Good night, GOAT!
Jericho survives!
Man, it was so close. Ospreay could taste it. When you get that close on a victory against someone, you know, you just feel it. It tingles through your body. You know you're so close to winning.
You see Sammy Guevara at ringside, concern etched on his face. The only man, the only member of the Jericho Appreciation Society that hasn't turned his back. Now Ospreay looking for Stormbreaker on Jericho. Ospreay, no, Jericho! No, but Ospreay reversed, Jericho reversed. Looking for the walls.
That was an amazing counter.
Can Jericho step over? He can. Ospreay has never been in a position like this.
Kills your lower back. The lactic acid builds up in your glutes and your lower back. It's brutal, the pain. Your quads too, I mean, it's brutal, this hold.
And Jericho has Ospreay in the dead center of the ring. Ospreay trying to make the desperate crawl to the bottom rope, Nigel.
He's getting closer by the second. Oh, Callis!
Sammy Guevara! Guevara with the bat to the head of Ospreay. Aubrey Edwards didn't see it.
Ospreay's out, guys. The ref never saw it. Exactly right. This is it.
Well, because he's out, Ospreay can't tap out.
Correct.
The hand drops twice.
But he can come too. And I think that's what happened. Out for a second, but he's back. Barely.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Ospreay trying to posture up. Firing right hands into the face of the Ocho from his back. And now Jericho firing down.
Well, Jericho's got the leverage advantage there. You know, Ospreay's on his back fighting up. Less power in the punch.
But Is Jericho fatigued at this point? Nigel, with the performance alongside Fozzy, the adrenaline of that, Jericho may be coming down right now before our eyes.
Quite possibly, and that's not going to help things. But Jericho wants to prove. Oh! Spanish fly cover!
And Jericho kicks out.
What a Spanish fly. He ended up being in initially in an inverted cradle. If he would have just clasped his hands, I don't know why. It's easy to say that from here, but man,
Here he comes.
Oh, he got it.
Code breaker.
Breaker, yeah.
Ospreay got stunned by that one. There's now Jericho. Oh! An Os cutter from Jericho.
But a bit of an awkward landing from Jericho as well. I could see there.
Yeah, very much.
When Ospreay saw that coming, he tried to block it to create that awkward landing for his opponent.
Nigel, to my eyes, they may have struck heads, but Jericho, Ospreay kicks out at barely one.
I'm not sure if they struck heads. I do think Chris's head hit that mat really hard, but Ospreay's G'ing up right now.
Will Ospreay just miles away from his home in Raynham, Essex, fighting in front of his countrymen, fighting to earn the biggest victory on the biggest stage of his career.
Two of the greatest performers of their generation in the center of the ring.
Oh, blow! Aubrey Edwards didn't see it.
Wow, what a genius.
She's got an idea about it though, but she can't call it.
She never saw it. There's the Judas effect.
Judas effect, effectively ending the night for Will Ospreay. Jericho covers, and oh! Will Ospreay digging deep, finding reserves, stunning.
It just shows how important this match and trying to get a victory is against Jericho here in Wembley for Will Ospreay. That was smart by Jericho, pulling the ref in, low blow, and it didn't work though. After the Judas didn't work either.
Ospreay trapped in the walls, perhaps, no. Ospreay turns things around. The pinning predicament, and Jericho breaks free. Ospreay floats over, comes in, power bombs, and now jackknife.
Jackknife got it.
1, 2, and again Jericho breaks free.
On that landing, Jericho's head whiplashed.
Oh, Ospreay was looking for a Judas effect of his own. And oh! It was like a combination, Judas effect, hidden blade. But whatever you want to call it, Jericho's up. Ospreay has him. Stormbreaker!
Third time's the charm.
Center of the ring!
Wow, it's a third time in the match. He went for it, he nails it. Ospreay does it, it's not enough.
Chris Jericho refusing to quit.
The elbow pad is off, though. Ospreay sizing up. Chris Jericho sizing up the Ocho. And Jericho asking for it on the chin. Hidden blade! Ospreay, the double underhook. He's got Jericho up again. A second Stormbreaker. That is most certainly got to be it.
The aerial assassin, Will Ospreay.
That's a tremendous victory right there for Will Ospreay. Congratulations to him, man. What a match, guys. What a match we just witnessed. Sammy Guevara, he kind of can't believe it. Jericho just took an L right here in Wembley Stadium. What a performance by both men. What a physical battle by both athletes.
A tremendous victory by Will Ospreay here tonight in front of his countrymen, in front of what is effectively a hometown crowd for him. Will Ospreay defeating Chris Jericho tonight in Wembley Stadium, All In London.
That was a tremendous contest for both of these guys, I'm telling you, tremendous.
Ospreay. He hasn't, I think emotionally that he hasn't even begun to achieve the heights that he will throughout his career, Taz.
Oh, you're right. Well, look at this. Hold on a minute. Sammy was trying to just get the audience here to show respect for Jericho, and we're just pushing Sammy away.
And Jericho, he started out this year on the wrong foot, losing efforts, 3 consecutive losing efforts in singles matches, and now again dropping a match to Will Ospreay on the biggest stage in AEW history, perhaps the biggest stage in pro wrestling history. And Jericho, he thought he had to turn a page. He was going to try to join the Don Callis family. That was denied him, and victory here denied Jericho tonight in London.